Welcome to Chemistry Lover, and today in this video I am going to discuss this particular question which is from the CSI NET exam, and this is about the rate of decarboxylation reaction. So today's question is about the rate of decarboxylation. Okay, and interestingly, in the question it is mentioned that this decarboxylation is done only with heating. So normally decarboxylation is done with base or any other catalyst. The simplest thing used is base, but here no mention of base, and they are saying it is done only with heating. So this point is important, you have to note it. Now the substrates which generally undergoes decarboxylation with only heating are the beta carboxylic acids, where in the beta position there is a carbonyl group, and they undergoes decarboxylation by formation of this 6-membered transition state that actually help to undergo this decarboxylation, right? So this is how the decarboxylation occurs with only carboxylic acid group, and where there is no such beta carbonyl, the decarboxylation with only heat is quite impossible. But here they are asking for decarboxylation with heat and without the presence of any carbonyl group in the substrate. So what is the special factor here which makes this substrate that they undergoes decarboxylation with only heating? So in substrate B and C, you can see there is the presence of heteroatom nitrogen, right? So this is a pyridine substrate, and this is a indole substrate. So a heteroatom is there, and this heteroatom is actually helping for the decarboxylation. But in compound 1 there is no heteroatom, there is no carbonyl group. So the decarboxylation of this compound, this benzene derivative, this simple benzoic acid, is practically impossible in heating condition, or if it shows any decarboxylation, that will be very slow, the rate will be very slow. So A will show the slowest rate. So in all these 4 options, 1, 2, 3 and 4, in option 2 you can see A is given as the lowest rate of decarboxylation. So 2 is no doubt the correct answer. But now the question is why? So in option 2 you can also see that this between this C and B, they are saying that C will undergo faster decarboxylation compared to B. Now why this is so? So for that we have to look into their mechanism of decarboxylation. So if we take the pyridine derivative, how it will undergo the decarboxylation. So this is our pyridine derivative, and if you look this, it will actually remain in the Zwitter ionic form. So this is the Zwitter ionic form of the compound, minus, and here NH plus. So this is the Zwitter ionic form of the molecule, and normally it remains in the Zwitter ionic form, which is quite stable, right? So this is quite stable. Now if you heat this at around 140 degree centigrade temperature, then this O minus will push, this will go, and this is how the decarboxylation takes place, right? So because of the pull of electron by this positively charged center, this decarboxylation occurs, and after that simple proton exchange will give you the product. So this is our product. So this is for the pyridine derivative, that is B. And for C, what is the mechanism? So let us see for C. So this is our compound C, where you have this carboxylic acid group, and this is an indole derivative. Now in this case, in aqueous solution, the protonation of this molecule happens, but the equilibrium is highly shifted towards the left hand side, so the protonation is very slow. So we have to show it like this. So this and this, so this protonation is there, but it is very slow. The rate of protonation is very slow, and some molecule will undergo this protonation like this. Yeah, so it will take proton from the solvent, and that will give you this kind of intermediate, right? So this is our intermediate. Now this protonation generally occurs intermolecularly and not intramolecularly like this. So in this case, this deuterium formation is actually intramolecular, but here it is intermolecular. It takes this proton not from this carboxylic acid, but from some external source, some external molecule or solvent, right? Now this is the intermediate, and this actually breaks down at 100 degrees centigrade. That is in the book it is mentioned that in boiling water this decarboxylation happens. So what happens here is there will be a pull by this positive center, so this bond will break and it will come like this. So here you will get this decarboxylated product, right? So this is how the decarboxylation happens. Now if you look at these two reactions B and C, for B and C, both of this decarboxylation, they involves two steps. In step, so this is step 1, this is step 2, and here this is step 1 and this is step 2. Now what is the rate determining step between this 1 and 2? So obviously this protonation step is quite faster for both of them, although it is faster for this one compared to this, because this nitrogen is much more basic compared to this 3 position. So this is, if you compare step 1 of this and step 1 of this, so this step 1 is faster than this step 1, but if you compare between step 1 and step 2 for this one, and also for step 1 and step 2 for this one, in both cases step 2 is the slowest step. So step 2 here, step 2 is the rate determining step. Now if you compare step 2 of this B and step 2 of this C, you will see that for step 2 of B it requires 140 degrees centigrade, whereas for step 2 of C it requires 100 degrees centigrade. That means step 2 of this reaction C or substrate C is faster, or it undergoes the reaction at a faster rate compared to B, and that's why this C undergoes decarboxylation reaction in a faster rate. Now what is the reason? The reason is, if you compare the stability of these two intermediate, this intermediate 1 we can say, and this intermediate 2. So if you compare these two intermediate, this intermediate 2 is much less stable compared to 1. In intermediate 1 you can see the aromaticity is retained, although this nitrogen lone pair is protonated, but the other lone pair is still involved in the aromaticity, its aromaticity is retained. But in this case the aromaticity of this ring, this pyrrole ring, is hampered when it undergoes the protonation. So it has a driving force to undergo this decarboxylation reaction, whereas the driving force here is quite low because it is quite stable, and that's why this intermediate undergoes the decarboxylation at a much faster rate. So this is the reason why C undergoes the fastest decarboxylation reaction. I hope your doubt is cleared. Thank you for watching.